Welcome back to another episode of Countdown to E3. And today on the docket we've got Microsoft. A Wild Sauce appeared, and let's jump right into it, shall we? Because I've spent too much time rambling on in the other videos because, I don't know, I like to hear myself talk. I'm like one of those fucking people on online play where I just have my microphone on, just talking to other people who aren't fucking there, who just... I'm repressed memories. Okay, so Microsoft Corporation.
Do you like money, sex, and power? The everlasting law. Money, sex, and power. Give me more, give me more, give me more. Do you like money, sex?
Good luck winning the audience. Good fucking luck, cause this ain't the ball's not in your court, Microsoft. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Reviews for the PS4 are just skyrocketing. Like, the sales numbers for it are just astonishing compared to yours. Man, when I first got my PS4, like, everybody and their mothers was just like, no, we ain't got PS4s, but we've got Xbones. You want an Xbone? We've got plenty of them in the back. Like, come on, give us here's a free Xbone, take it. I mean... that seems to be like the number one prize everywhere on every contest. It's just like, you get to buy a free Xbox One or get a free one because we are overstocked on them. Anyway, I'm sure... Oh, sorry, Zordon's calling me. Anyway, so let's begin with their docket, shall we? Now, the ball isn't in their court. However, they do have a better listing, I feel, than EA or Ubisoft, and here's the reason why. Let's start with something nobody gives a shit about, because that's always a good start, right? That is Fable Legends. I mean, now that Manu's gone on to bigger and brighter things, I don't believe he's part of the Fable Legends development. I'm pretty confident in saying that. But who knows, he could very well be. And who gives a shit? Like, wow. When I saw Fable Legends, I was floored at how bad it appeared. It looks like... oh god, excuse me. It looks like a free-to-play game that just happens to have some better graphics than the Xbox 360. It's flabbergasting how boring, how generic, how ultimately bad this game appears to be. And it's all multiplayer-centric, and, like... Beyond Battlefront, I can't think of too many games this year that are that way, that have any multiplayer central theme. I mean, of course, these guys are these guys are probably going to announce Black Ops 3, at least have some multiplayer gameplay footage for their fucking conference. However, I'm not certain about that. I'm not entirely certain about that because of that new horrible Halo 5 trailer that had that had Master Chief. That's how long I haven't been into the series. I haven't touched it since Reach. Master Chief just shitting on, literally, they say Call of Duty players. So, I don't know, maybe they feel like Activision has lost their touch because of, like, Ghost? But it doesn't seem like they are, like, the almighty Mountain Dew and Doritos, like, centric company that they once were. I feel like they're trying to redeem themselves in the eyes of the hardcore gamer. That's not happening, guys. Keep selling out because, you know, that's the only thing that you've got that keeps competition going. I literally know two people with Xbones. And I've got more friends now than I used to. I know maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with PS4s. Once again, I don't have as many friends as your average person, but I do have more now. Oh, and that I have 6 because I met one yesterday. Anyway, Fable Legends, yeah, doesn't seem too appealing. And speaking of Halo 5, that seems to be their number one focus this year. They will I never really understood the advertising for it. Like, why does I was gonna call him Halo Chief again. Why does the Chief have a fucking like cloak like fucking Megatron in Revenge of the Fallen? It's so inconvenient. You have battle armor, dude. Like, will you really need what is the purpose of having a cloak? Of having a raggedy ass, just boring brown cloak, tunic. It looks cool, makes them look complicated and stuff. It doesn't do anything. Like, if you look at it from a perspective that's not a 13-year-old bastard with beast mode on his like wife beater shirt, then you just realize that looks fucking dumb. And they're bringing this weird Arkham Knight twist on it, where there's like this other Spartan or something along those lines who's like challenging Master Chief, who's going to, he's gonna come and get him. And it once again, they tend to be, and they aren't as hush hush about it as EA or Ubisoft, but it's definitely their prized series at this point. And I'll tell you what isn't their prize series: Rise of the Tomb Raider. Holy shit, did everybody just go, what? And not in a good way when they revealed the Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then with that subtext, like exclusive to Xbox One, and you're just like, what the fuck? Because the PS4 version had the definitive edition of Tomb Raider. The new one, I believe it was 2011 when it was released. I can't be certain about that. And I don't know what happened. They just I think they just sort of tipped Square Enix when they weren't looking and just said, hey, you give us this game for a few months. And that was one of the things that people got so pissed off about, was that they were like, exclusive to Xbone, what is this garbage? And then they're like, no, it's exclusive for the first few months, it's okay. And then everybody was like, well, what the fuck? Because, like, you've got, I don't know who's to win here, because people who have PS4s are already going to be getting the game that's on PS4. The people who have both are probably going to get the Xbone one. But the PS4 one is more likely to run better. I don't know who's the winner here in buying off Rise of the Tomb Raider for a month or so. It feels like a really desperate move to add something to the docket that really doesn't belong there. It's very perplexing, a very interesting, borderline, I'd say, stupid move on their part. Damn those guys for coming up with such a dumb idea, because temporary exclusives, like when it comes to multiplayer content or download content, is one thing, but a whole game? What do you have to win? Like day one sales, I guess, but overall, it's going to be the console that sold the most that will have the most sales. So go fucking figure. And if you're trying to promote the Xbone, you're going the wrong way about it, because, like, I don't know what niche motherfucker will buy an Xbone just to get one game that is barely mainstream. Just to play a game like that a month early. And so far, what we've seen from it is just CGI. But it doesn't look appealing. It does not look like it's a true return to the Tomb Raider we once knew and loved. It just looks like more, I'm so scarred and not quite Last of Us tier. No. Anyway, that's not turning out too well. And also, we've got Crackdown coming. Hopefully. Now, you want to talk about it being in the fucking dark? Crackdown hasn't gotten any news about it whatsoever since last year's E3. And last year's E3 barely showed it off, if at all. It's flooring. It's much like Mirror's Edge in the sense that We don't know if it's a remake. We don't know if it's a sequel. We don't know anything about it. Like, it could be a BioShock 2 Sea of Dreams like thing where they'll add or erase the title later. But so far, there's nothing there, and there are lots of fans of Crackdown 1. Crackdown 2 was a piece of shit. I know. I've played it. And Crackdown 1, everybody fucking loved it because, like, that's why everybody loved Saints Row 4, because they felt like it was, it was sort of inspired by Crackdown. And to see them just put that title out there and just do fucking nothing with it. It's like that whole Project Spark thing when fucking Conker showed up. It's just like, yeah, there's a title. Yeah, there's a name drop. The fuck you gonna do about it? You going to? Are you expecting to sell consoles just by name dropping? It doesn't work like that, you dumbass. We're not all 1%ers like your company are, who can just drop $400 on the fly for like a handful of games. Like, I just got a PS3 recently because I didn't think it was I didn't think it would be really worth dropping $100 for a handful of titles. I have already got 7 games for it, and I'm not planning on stopping. And that's not including what I'll get from PlayStation Plus. Microsoft, what are you doing? What are you trying to sell me? Are you trying to sell me the new Gears of War? Because that's been in the rumor mill. I believe, I could be mistaken, I believe it has been confirmed to be in development. We know nothing about it. I think it's a spin-off. I don't think people believed in Ascension. Was that the original? Was that the last one? I don't think so. I think that was God of War Ascension. No, we don't know anything about the Gears of War game. We don't know anything about Scalebound either. Everybody was so excited over Platinum joining Microsoft and being able to work on an exclusive. And am I excited to see much from it? Yes, I'm not an Xbone guy, but I do know people who are anticipating it, and I also love Platinum. I don't see how it could fail unless they decide to, I don't know, just fuck up and just cancel Scalebound, because this isn't the first time Microsoft has canceled a game before. I can't think of one immediately that comes to mind, but I'm sure there have been some. I believe there was a Halo MMO they were working on at some point. Once again, probably mistaken. And the last thing that they've got, from what I can find, is Killer Instinct, the next one, Season 2. And I believe that that's already beginning, but we'll probably see more of it because, from my understanding, from the people who own an Xbone, that's their number one game on there. They don't really care for much anything else that is exclusive on the system. And honestly, like, that may be problematic when it comes to multiplayer play, which is what they try to bank on, which is how 360 got its name, because it had some of the best service. It had a pay block system that in hindsight was a complete fucking ripoff, but at least we got Halo 3 for a little while until they decided to start shutting down the servers on that one. And I mean, let's face it, the Master Chief Collection was a desperate cash-in that fucking failed. And Killer Instinct, like, what can I say? Killer Instinct, for all of those 2D fighter fans like myself, you all can rest easy with your Xbones and expect more from it. Hopefully. Hopefully they won't fuck it up. Hopefully they'll introduce more shit this E3 and focus more on that game, because it deserves a lot more attention than they've been giving it. And I believe that's all we have for Microsoft. Let me know what you expect for them. If I missed anything, let me know. So yeah, until next time, until next time, think about this, until next time when we discuss the next big contender, Sony ponies, ho! Stay wild!